Could we explore an entire island, celebrate my 40th birthday, and still be back home the following day? For this birthday, I didn't want a big party. Sylvia, our friend, and I wanted something simple. One day, one night, and a small island off the coast of Vietnam. We took the slow local ferry, rented a local motorbike, and tried to experience as much of Cham Islands as possible. Without turning into a rushed day tour. We'll show you how we got there, what everything cost, the beaches we visit, and whether spending the night was actually worth it.
Yummy.
Our day started in Da Nang at 6:45 in the morning. From Da Nang we took a Grab to Cua Dai Port, close to Hoi An. The journey cost us approximately $12 US. Because we were traveling as 3 people, taking one car was easy and made more sense than organizing separate transport. We arrived with enough time to get something to eat and to buy our tickets directly at the port, before the local ferry departed at 8:30 a.m.
Now you told in here, but you take 9 a.m. You can go upstairs and choose the train side, but 9.
Okay.
At 9, not now.
And you chosen in here.
Okay, stay here. Okay, perfect. Welcome to Cham Islands.
Our accommodation was Tu Trang Homestay, only a couple minutes walk from the dock. We paid 23 US for one room that could accommodate 4 people. It wasn't luxurious, and the overnight stay didn't include breakfast or any additional services. But for one night, it was exactly what we needed. The location was very convenient. The owner was friendly, and we could leave our bags and begin exploring almost immediately. We rented a motorbike directly from the homestay, and we paid $8 for the day. The motorbike was definitely not new. It was an old, little rusty, and had clearly experienced many islands adventures before ours. But it worked perfectly well for the roads we needed. We didn't need to add any fuel, and riding around the island was surprisingly easy. The homestay also rented snorkeling equipment for only $1 per set. And if you're planning to visit or move to Da Nang, we now offer a 30-minute quick chat where you can ask us about costs, neighborhoods, transport, and daily life. The link is in the description. Once we started riding, we understood how manageable the island actually is. The main beaches, viewpoints, and villages are relatively close to one another. You only need a few minutes to move between each location. With a motorbike, we were able to explore the main accessible roads and visit several different spots in approximately half a day. And this became our favorite part of the entire trip. The road follows the coastline with ocean views appearing around almost every corner. Sometimes the journey between the beaches was even better than the beaches themselves.
Olha, subiu o drone aqui, ó, e pegar a gente andando com as motoca
Ah, é
aqui, ó.
verdade. Quer? Quer que eu vá dirigindo?
A volta.
Na volta. Tô com medo de ficar muito escuro. Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
Our first beach stop was Bai On. After the early start, the ferry ride, and checking into the homestay, this was the perfect place to slow down for a while. Bai On has a little bit of basic beach structure, with simple places to sit, order drinks, and relax close to the water. There was no entrance or parking fee during our visit. We ordered some cold beers, went swimming, and tested the snorkeling equipment we had rented from the homestay. We didn't see many fish here, so based on our experience, we wouldn't choose Bai On specifically for snorkeling. But for having a drink, cooling down, and enjoying a relaxed beach atmosphere, it was a very good first stop. There was no pressure to do anything. We could simply swim, laugh, and enjoy the beginning of the birthday trip.
Beer?
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 Yeah.
Which beer you have?
Beer Laru.
Laru?
Laru?
Laru? Okay.
Three
Three.
Laru?
Laru, so...
Okay.
Hi. Hi.
Laru.
Hi, Laru.
Hi Laru.
Okay.
Hi Laru. Hi.
Giỏi,
Yeah.
giỏi nói tiếng Việt được.
The only thing I know, Moha, bye. Oh.
After relaxing at Bayonne, we continued to Bicep. Bicep is much smaller and more natural. Unlike Bayonne, there wasn't any restaurant or bar structure here. This is the type of beach where you arrive with your own water, leave the motorbike on the side of the road, and go down a few steps directly into the ocean. We came here mainly for snorkeling, and this was the better snorkeling stop of the two beaches we visited. We spent around 1 hour here, which felt like enough time to explore the water, swim, and enjoy the beach without rushing. Because there are no facilities here, we wouldn't necessarily plan to spend the entire day here. But as part of a motorbike route around the island, Bicep was absolutely worth including.
Saiu coisa aqui, ó, tá vendo? Tô vendo pele aí. É. Agora. Tipo que cortou, né?
What happened, Silvia?
Não sei.
So from Bicep, we continued toward Elzó, and this quickly became our favorite part of Cham Islands. Elzó isn't only one viewpoint. The coastal road itself is part of the experience. The road curves around the island, with the mountains on one side and open ocean views on the other. The distance between the main places are short, but the scenery makes you want to stop constantly. With a motorbike, it was easy to explore independently, pull over whenever we found a good view, and continue whenever we were ready. It was a simple and beautiful section of the island to ride through, stop for photos, and enjoy the coastline. We also decided this was the perfect place to fly the drone, and apparently a snake wanted to inspect our equipment. While we were preparing everything, it appeared very quickly beside us. Once we saw the drone footage, we knew the stop had been worth it. For us, riding through Elzó was one of the highlights of the entire trip. After Elzó, the road took us through one of the island's local fishing villages. This was one of the advantages of renting our own motorbike. We weren't only moving between tourist spots. We could see a little of everyday life of the people who live here. The village was simple, quiet, closely connected to the sea, with fishing boats, local homes, and equipment along the roads. And then we saw something we definitely weren't expecting: cows and monkeys sharing the same area beside the road. Cham Island continue finding new ways to surprise us.
Só vem, só vem, só vem. Só vem. Filma ela, filma ela.
Bem coisa, vai embora.
Devagarzinho, devagarzinho, só vem. Eles têm mais medo que nós. Ó, daqui é boizão.
Esse aqui é o. Esse é o boss.
Esse é o boss, é o boss.
Hey boss.
Ei.
Before returning to the homestay, we made one final stop at Monkey Beach Bar, recommended from a local. This beach had a completely different personality from the other places we had visited. There were monkeys nearby, reggae music playing, and a relaxed, slightly hippie atmosphere. Everything was simple and informal, which made it perfect final stop after riding around the island for most of the day. The return journey took around 20 minutes, much faster than the 1 hour local ferry we had taken to the island. For us, taking the local ferry to Cham Island and returning by speedboat was the perfect combination. We enjoyed the slower, more local experience on the way there and the fastest option when it was time to go home. So, was spending my 40th birthday on a small island in Vietnam worth it? Yes. Cham Island surprised us because of how much we could experience in such a short amount of time. In one full day, we traveled on the local ferry, rented a motorbike, rode around the island, stopped at several beaches, went snorkeling, saw incredible coastal views, passed through a fishing village, and somehow found cows, monkeys, and a snake along the way. Staying overnight was also worth it. A day trip gives you enough time to see some of the island, but when the tour groups leave, the roads and beaches become quieter, and the island feels much more charming. One day and one night was enough for our first visit. We could have comfortably stayed another day, but we didn't feel rushed or leave with a long list of things we had missed. Accommodation is simple, motorbikes can be owned, and there isn't a huge variety of restaurants, shops, and services. But that simplicity is also part of the experience, right? We would recommend Cham Islands to anyone visiting Da Nang or Hoi An who wants an easy, affordable escape from the mainland. Our approximate total cost per person was around $65, including transportation, accommodation, the motorbike, food and drinks. For a birthday trip with beaches, ocean roads, wildlife, good food, and a lot of laugh, we were more than happy with that. This was exactly the quick escape we needed.